You're such a f***ing jerk. I hate it. No, for real, bruh. Seriously, I hate it because Kanye West doesn't care about black people or anybody else other than Kanye for that matter. Okay, before y'all try to come at me and tell me that he has his right to hold his own political views, pump your brakes. Y'all remember that TMZ interview where Kanye said slavery was a choice? That time where he tried to explain that 400 years of physical bondage was due to people just not rising up and deciding they didn't want to be enslaved anymore? Yeah, that one. Not saying everybody gotta go to college, but damn, maybe the college dropout should have at least taken a history class before he left. But what do I know? I was a math major. If you really want to visit Trump's house, cool. But maybe take some notes from your wife. Don't talk on camera while you're there, and actually do something positive for the black people that you claim to ride for while you're in the White House. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually rocking with Kim a little more these days than I am with you. Look, bro, I get that one of the core principles of democracy is being able to hold your own beliefs. Like Van Lathan said, I'm all for artists with that large of a platform using that platform to free people's minds and shake things up. But you got to do it with facts, and you have to have those facts in context, because if not, you'll hurt more people than you'll help. You hear that? Yay. Facts will set you free. Big facts. Period. You made a song called Facts, bro. So here's some facts about your infatuation with making America great again. Side note, for a guy so fixated on fashion, I can't believe you support that hideous red hat. It's not cute or avant-garde. It's not even redneck chic. It's ugly, bro. Facts. Anyway, back to your bromance with the Donald. Making America great again indicates to some minority groups that America is unwelcoming. The slogan is actually a racist dog whistle. I asked Kanye and Trump this question that was posed by Tavis Smiley. To what specific period of American greatness are you wanting us to return? When black folks suffered segregation after slavery? When women had no right to vote or control their own bodies? When gay brothers and lesbian sisters felt ceaseless hate? When we stole land from the Native Americans? When we sent Japanese families to internment camps? When America lynched Mexicans? I just need Trump to give me some clarity on the time period he wishes to travel back to. Yeah, if this is really about selling records and making bread, just stop. As long as you don't mess up your place in the Kardashian empire, you'll be all good, bruh. If this is about your legacy, then stop. History will not put Trump on the pedestal that you put him on. Just remember, bro, you're an artist and you may be sensitive about your shit, but so are we. Your words have consequences. So before you try to free all our minds, you help make America great again by freeing yours. Thank you guys for watching Prompt. My name's Kareem, and make sure that you like and subscribe to catch more videos just like this one.
These days, we can't rely on Republican politicians for much, but we can always depend on them to use fear to get what they want. Now look, fear can be a logical response, or it can be irrational. Logical fear is based on reason, and reason depends on evidence. But when it comes to Republicans, they use fear and nothing else. No evidence, no logic, no data, no reason. They paint a picture that is in complete opposition to reality, cherry-picking stories and statistics that they like, ignoring the context and bigger picture, and then attempting to solve problems by using solutions that actual experts say would only make things worse. And the craziest part is they love to talk about how tough they are. They call liberals snowflakes and say young people are weak, soft, and need safe spaces. But meanwhile, they don't feel safe without semi-automatic weapons. They think that 97% of the world's climate experts are part of some giant conspiracy to get people to do terrifying things, like use renewable energy sources. They talk like every immigrant is a murderous gang member. They say they're under attack when a gay person tries to buy baked goods at a place that sells baked goods. They aren't comfortable unless every person in this country is forced to live under their personal religious views. They act like helping people access healthcare that they can afford is some sort of communist takeover. They pretend like crime is rampant and every day is just a scene out of The Purge. They think it's necessary to split up families and deport people for not having enough paperwork. And they cry about political correctness, but they can't even work up the nerve to call the president's idea of governing what it actually is: authoritarian. But do you know what's actually scary? In some states, it's easier to get a gun than a driver's license. Yeah, it's a bit scarier to live in a world where a person with a history of domestic abuse can drive to another state and buy a gun in under an hour than it is to live in a world where you can't have another toy for your weekend gun hobby. In 2016 and 2017, LGBTQ people faced a major increase in violence and hate crimes. Up to one person killed every 6 days, even though violent crime rates for the overall population has been going down since 1992. So yeah, it's a whole lot scarier to be a gay person in this country than it is to be a homophobic business owner. Wealth inequality is so bad, the only time it's ever been worse was right before the Great Depression. And Republicans just gave rich people even bigger tax breaks. So yeah, it's a bit scarier to be poor on the brink brink of another depression than it is to be a rich person who's forced to pay taxes and not buy that sixth yacht. The World Health Organization anticipates a huge increase in heat stroke, tick-borne illnesses, and clean water shortages, and that's all thanks to climate change. And all the while, oil companies like ExxonMobil publicly cast doubt on climate science, even when their own research pointed to the same conclusions. So yeah, ignoring climate change is a little scarier than worrying about a powerful oil company being forced to pay taxes and all the pollution it creates. The Republicans may pride themselves on their machismo, but they're such crybaby cowards that they need to turn their personal phobias into these giant, terrible battles for good and evil. And then they mock other people whose lives are truly endangered by their misguided policies and their general lack of concern. Republicans in power sit in relative comfort and security while voting to raise their own salaries, and they spread irrational fears to pit working people against each other. Powerful Republicans' whole goal is to create an emotional response that overrides critical thinking, so that they can do what they always do: scare us working people into voting against our own interests. Then they pass a big tax cut for themselves and their donors. Republican policies are the policies of the weak and fearful. My name's Danny Gomez. Thanks for watching Prompt. To watch more videos, please click here and don't forget to subscribe to Prompt News.
Recently, President Trump met with Vladimir Putin in Helsinki, Finland to finally put those nasty Russian collusion rumors to rest. Best of all, Trump finally did something about Putin invading Ukraine and interfering with our elections. He called Putin a great guy and said that the US is at fault too. Great work, Trump. Hey guys, I'm Whitney Van Lanningham, and today we're gonna look at a brief history of Trump and his literal only friend, Vladimir Putin. In Helsinki, Putin took the mic first to reassure us that the Cold War was in the past, baby. It's all about trust this time around, and that's why you can rest easy at night knowing that nothing happened with the 2016 election. To make a 46-minute press conference short, Putin comes out and says that he's really bummed out that America can't just move on from the little 44-year spat they had after World War II, and that he's trying really hard to be cool this time around. There was no collusion, there never will be collusion, and frankly, he's a little hurt that you'd even ask. That's when President Trump says, "I hold both countries responsible." I think that the United States has been foolish. I think that we've all been foolish. We should have had this dialogue a long time ago. A long time. Frankly, before I got to office. Of course, the media exploded, giving 45 every opportunity to denounce Russia. But Trump doubled down, saying, "All I can do is ask the question. My people came to me, Dan Coates came to me, and some others. They said they think it's Russia. I have President Putin. He just said it's not Russia. I will say this. I don't see any reason why it would be, but I really want to see the server, but I have confidence in both parties." And despite spending hours literally defending Russia, shitting on the US, and repeatedly claiming they didn't interfere with the election, when Trump got back to the US, he was all like, "Oh, did I say they would or wouldn't interfere? Just go with the one that makes me look good." That's not a direct quote, but like, you didn't know that till I just told you, and honestly, it's pretty close. And here's the thing, Trump has been up Putin's butt since the first time he praised him in that Larry King interview back in 2007. In fact, why don't we take a trip down memory lane and revisit all the times Donald Trump verbally sucked Putin's dick in his lead up to the presidency? While discussing his hatred for President Bush with Larry King, he said, "Look at Putin, what he's doing with Russia. I mean, you know what's going on over there. I mean, this guy has done, whether you like him or don't like him, he's doing a great job in rebuilding the image of Russia and also rebuilding Russia, period." I don't know about you, but that sounds an awful lot like Make Russia Great Again to me. Shortly after, Trump began accepting Russian investment money for the Trump International Hotel and Tower in Canada, which is fine if you're just a business guy selling shitty steaks. Where I have a problem is when you stop talking about real estate with David Letterman on late night television and started working with Russia to sow discord in the US political system. In 2014, Putin sent Trump a present while Trump was at the Miss Universe pageant in Moscow, because that's a thing that the leader of our country used to do for funsies. During his speech at the Conservative Political Action Conference, Trump called Obama weak and pathetic for allowing other countries to disrespect America, and in the same breath called Putin smart and thanked him for treating him so great. This was in response to Russian incursion in Ukraine following its annexation of Crimea. So Trump has been praising Putin for the last 4 years and at least 2 years before his official announcement to run for president. Trump continued to sing Putin's praises in 2014, saying, "Putin has become a big hero in Russia with an all-time high popularity. Obama, on the other hand, has fallen to his lowest ever numbers. Sad." Then he tweeted, "I believe Putin will continue to rebuild the Russian Empire. He has zero respect for Obama or the US." Like, come on man, it's getting embarrassing. Then 2016 hit us like a brick in the face, and the Russian government began using state-funded media outlets to talk shit about Hillary Clinton nonstop, spread false news stories around various social media platforms, and ran a sophisticated information war against the US public. Putin wanted Trump to win for this exact reason. In fact, it's actually literally outlined in a plan written in a book from 1997 that all Russian military and intelligence officers are required to read. That's true, guys. So what can you do to stop Trump and Putin from moving forward from this summit as friends in world domination? You can keep drawing super offensive cartoons in the New York Times implying that they're gay, or you can stop forcing me to bleach my eyeballs and vote Democrat in the 2018 midterm elections. I know things are f***ed up, but thanks for watching Prompt, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more episodes just like this every week.